Hey guys, what's up? This is Squonky here with another Battlefield Heroes commentary. This time I'll be playing my National Commando on Buccaneer Bay. Again, I'm sorry for all the Buccaneer Bay recordings, but it really is my favorite map. It's on a server that I find crowded most of the time, which is good. More players is more fun, especially when a lot of the servers in this game are deserted. Um, so yeah, I hope you like the map because I sure love it. And this game I'll be playing as Classy Raptor with the Panzerhunter and long range pistol. My skill set is Piercing Shot 5, Stealth 5, 1 level of Elixir, and 1 level of Mark Target, I believe. I think that's it. Yeah. So, as you may have seen, I got some new duds from the treasure chest, which was cool. They had a big treasure chest deal today where the keys were super, super fucking cheap. So, I bought 2 packs of those, which was like 50 keys for like $6. And I just opened up a whole bunch of chests for like all of my guys. And this was probably the best thing I got was this raptor head. I got some cool like steampunk looking mat. I don't know what the fuck it's called for this guy as well. And I got a bunch of stuff for my Royal Commando too, so you might see that in a future video. But the main purpose of this video is to highlight the Panzerhunter. I know in my last video I was kind of musing about the pros and cons of making a video on this weapon. I am going away on vacation for about a week and a half after this, where I'm not going to have access to the game really. So I figured if they're probably going to nerf it. It wasn't the deal of the day, and it's exactly like EA to sell something for a price where everybody's like, oh, that's a fucking sweet deal, and then they just nerf the shit out of the weapon. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's really only come under consideration now that the workbench is out. And you may have already noticed, but I do have packing 3 on mine, which is an extremely rare upgrade that not many people have. But I figured I'd take most of this video to comment on kind of the balance of this weapon, or how I feel about it, and what I like and dislike about it. You may have already seen I got some pretty good kills this match. I'm really enjoying this weapon. The base damage is only about 10 or so higher than the long slow rifle. I think with piercing shot, on a headshot it does about 85 damage. On the long slow rifle I think it does between 70 and 75. So the damage bonus isn't that high. Against a soldier or a gunner, it's pretty much not notable. You'll still headshot a soldier twice and he'll die instantly. That guy just jumps for no reason. He's like, hey, have this kill, my friend. And I'm like, thanks, I'll help myself. But it's not, I don't know. I think the only thing they need to tweak about the Panzerhunter now is possibly the vehicle damage. Because if you put 2 clips, oh, I blind fire some script too. I don't even know where he was, but he ate my grenade launched to the face pretty hard. But I think it's a little OP against vehicles. The fact that you can put 2 clips into a tank and mow that shit down is a little broken. Even though I do hate people who sit in tanks all game, and commandos with Panzerhunter are pretty much hard counter tank noobs now, which is fun because on this server is very frequented by Mustang Gunner and Mad Romper, and those guys are infamous for just getting in tanks at the beginning of the game, running to your base, and just killing your AFKs. Nobody really likes that, so I find it pretty fun to just hard counter their bullshit with more bullshit. It's pretty funny. I've made our wonderful rank 1 leaderboarder rage quit about 10 times this week just because I like to kill his tanks when he comes into my vision. Like that guy too, he unfortunately tries to get out of my car, and I'm like, not today, sir. I'm going to hard counter your fun real quick, and you're just going to have to deal with it. So, it's, I don't know. Like I said, the base damage isn't going to make a big difference against gunners and soldiers. It does against commandos, though. A piercing shot 5 headshot against a commando will insta-kill them. It does about 85 damage, I think. Discounting the mark target thing, I think it does about 85 damage. Of course, a lot of people are getting Sarge's stamina boost now that the claw's been changed, but that's kind of irrelevant in theory. Like I said, it will one-shot a commando, which feels very pleasing to me. I think it's good to be able to one-shot commandos in a sniper fight. I think that is fine. I actually kind of miss the fact that this game has no sort of one-shotting mechanics, sort of. I think it is good. It secures you a lot more kills in fights. I don't really have an issue with that, especially since a lot of people are using the Panzerhunter. Like, I'm not just saying this stuff from my point of view. I'm saying that in sniper duels, I think it's okay to have something that can insta-kill other commandos. I don't have an issue with it when it's used against me. I usually get hit by it because I play poorly in those situations, not because the weapon is quote-unquote overpowered. So I don't really have an issue with that. Like I said, the only thing I think should be tweaked is the amount of damage it does to vehicles. Here's a good situation. So, 3 headshots, that guy's down. I would be able to do that with the long slow rifle or the Panzerhunter regardless in that situation. There is nothing different about that in this case than there would be with a long slow rifle. And I know a lot of people are bitching about it, but this is just kind of my 2 cents. I really don't think it's terribly broken, and that guy hits me with a barrel and one-shots me, apparently, which is pretty cool. As long as we're talking about balance. So I'm going 10 and 2 right now. We're winning the game. I have the highest score. Blah blah blah. Pretty much like I said, the main reason I made this video is to talk about the Panzerhunter because it was something I wanted to talk about. I still do prefer the long slow rifle. I think the versatility is better considering that the Panzerhunter only has 3 bullets, especially with the extremely rare upgrade I have on it. Not a lot of people have this upgrade. Most people only have 2 bullets. With 2 bullets, I don't think it's overpowered at all. With 3 bullets, it's maybe pushing that. See, if I had the long slow rifle in that situation, I would have been able to kill that guy and immediately move on to his friend over there and probably polish him off too, but I don't get the chance because only 3 bullets. So it's kind of those situations where you have to consider sort of the trade-off. It also has more recoil, but I actually prefer the heightened recoil. I kind of like the how it bounces and how it changes the flow of commando. Because in this case, you don't necessarily need piercing shot to do damage with it, which I think is good. It actually makes commando less campy, which I know a lot of people bitch about all the time, and I find it really obnoxious. Like, commando is kind of a class based around positioning, so you bitch and moan when they position well. I'm confused. So, yeah. I'm very up in the air about this weapon. It most definitely will get nerfed. EA's already, posted about that. I hope they don't nerf it too hard because I think it's an awesome alternative for commandos, and I think it's one of those things where it kind of breaks the quote-unquote meta game of Battlefield here. Oh, I do get a full house there, because I'm really fucking good at this game, so I got to give them a little teabag there. Um, it does kind of break the quote unquote meta game where there's kind of these weapons that everyone's expected to use, like commandos are expected to use a long slow rifle or a fast rifle combined with a long range pistol if you're a sniper, like you're expected to use that. Gunners are like always going to use a short range machine gun, long range machine gun, stuff like that. There's kind of this quote unquote meta game, and the Panzerhunter kind of changes that. It offers this alternative to sniping that I think is really cool. It's kind of it requires a little more precision because again you only have 2 or 3 shots. Most people don't have 3. It's just kind of one of those things. It is an extremely rare upgrade. So I like it because it adds some much needed variation. I was getting a little bored of sniping. I've actually been experimenting a lot with dual knifing lately. I may make a video on that. Dual knifing is very fun but very difficult, and that's why I enjoy it. I've also been doing a lot of dual long range pistol. I did make a video on that. I may make another. So yep, pretty much you know, just to clarify, I don't really think this weapon's broken. I'm just kind of having fun with this guy because the game's almost over and he's, trying to hunt me in a tank, which is kind of cute. He does end up killing me. Big congratulations on that. I think I killed him 4 times this match, so we'll let him have his fun this time. He gives me a little wave because he's kind of an asshole about it. But I hope you guys enjoy this commentary. I didn't talk too much about the game, just more about the weapon. If you liked it, hit that comment button, subscribe, like, whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm not going to whore about it. Yep, and have a very nice holiday and a good rest of the year, and thank you for watching my videos. Yep, I don't know what else to say. Panzerhunter's not really OP. I'm enjoying it. Classy Raptor wins games. The end.